Ni hao, and welcome back to the Chinese campaign. So, things are going fairly well, except for, I don't know if it was because I misclicked or something, but all of the Xian-class battleships ended up in this port being repaired, when I was really just going to send them here to fight this battlecruiser. So, shipbuilding capacity temporarily broken, but it should be alright. Most of them were pretty much undamaged, just a little scratch to the paint, so even over capacity it's just gonna take a month. So things are alright in that respect. Also, the very cheap Karame class light cruisers are coming into service next month, so they might see some action. Maybe they're gonna generate some missions. Let's find out. Well, we do have some battles, and the shipbuilding capacity sorted itself out as expected. The tension is tensioning. Who knows what's gonna happen there. We've taken Sarawak. We've taken Malaya. That was probably last month. Okay. We're taking North Borneo, and the army seems to want to get in on the action too. Some admirals getting worn and replaced. Britain and Italy now fighting. Kavkaz, the captured Russian light cruiser, is gonna fight a French submarine. Nanning and Wuxi get to fight a an Austrian light cruiser that is escorting 7 transports. So let's go. That should be an easy one. Actually, this is a port strike mission, isn't it? Not an actual escort, not an actual convoy mission. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna sink them all anyway. And do some damage to a port. Okay, you can turn your guns off until we spot that light cruiser. Now we've pretty much cleared the sea region of enemy task forces, so I really don't need to be that worried about my ammunition. But I'm still saving my main guns for this light cruiser, which does not have torpedoes. So I really don't have anything to worry about. It is a decent looking light cruiser, I think. I just like these Austrian funnels with a lot of stuff going on. Maybe it can be on the thumbnail. Let's just get its bow out of the waves. There we go. Now try again. That's more like it. Okay, let's see how long it takes to delete this light cruiser. Apparently not long. Yep, that was it. Now, let's just turn the guns off and rely on the secondaries. I think they do the job just fine once we get closer. Actually, never mind. Let's just unleash everything. Make it go a little bit quicker. Although I still think the secondaries will probably do most of the work. Just because transports seem to just evaporate when they're being gunned down by smaller caliber guns like that. Yeah, it really is the secondaries doing the heavy lifting here. There you go. Nice. Alright. And that should be some port damage as well. Yeah, a little bit. And the US does the same to me. Although I had no ships in port to protect it. Hife and Mudang are fighting a single heavy cruiser. Not the battle cruiser thing that I wanted them to fight. Fair enough. Let's see. Once again, I'm just going to use my battleships. No, not going to send you home. You're going to go here. There we go. Mudang and Hife. Not going to give them the honors of a single ship combat. Wow, Hife really is quite an expensive ship. And we are opening fire. Dropping down to cruising speed. Straightening up the course. That shell's gonna hit. That one's gonna hit. There we go. It's a proper 20-inch hit. Very nice. That's most of the ship gone already. Nice. Not an unexpected result, though. But we should also... Here we are. See, this is what I want the Mudang to fight. Danzig class battlecruiser. Okay. And 2 of those Valmy class heavy cruisers. 3 lights and a DD. Let's go. So it's not one of the battlecruisers we've fought before from the French, the $6 billion boats. It's something else, something a bit cheaper. Let's see. You're just gonna join those 3, so that you now are 4. You're just gonna follow. Am I gonna use the DDs for anything? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they have any useful purpose here. Let's see, Gaidamak. You're actually just gonna join with the heavy cruisers. So you got the same 30 knot top speed. And now Suji can go along and be my little scout. DDs can just sail in a circle here. Like so. Until I need them. If I need them. I just don't want them to get obliterated for no reason. I think that battlecruiser had 11-inch guns or something. So it's not too dangerous, but that's still more than enough to do some serious damage to a DD. Here we are. We spot the DD before the other escorts. Let's take a look at the French battlecruiser. Okay. I don't hate how it looks. It's kind of cool. Only difference is I would have moved the secondary turrets a little bit, so they're not blocking the. That would be the D turret, I think. And of course, put this funnel on the aft tower here. Let's see. What do you have? 11.6s, 32-kilometer range. Very fast rate of fire, as you would expect. Couple of Zig 1 heavy shells, reduced ammo. 2 powder 2, TNT 4. Armor is 12 to 13 inches. Pretty much all over. And a couple of torpedo tubes for good measure. With electric torpedoes. I would have liked the Mudang and Hifa to be fighting this. Because it's got just enough armor to where my 15-inch guns might struggle a little bit. Hang on, what's with my what's the armor quality I'm using here? 167. I'm thinking the Danzig is also, that's 148 only. So this is actually accurate for that, but let's just pump it up to 167. Yeah, no, I should be able to penetrate, but it's not. I do like to have more penetration on my guns than I would need to penetrate the armor on a flat angle, because I'm very rarely gonna actually hit them on a very flat angle. There you go. Suji took an unfortunate hit. We are definitely not in torpedo range, just gonna turn them off. To be on the safe side. Didn't take too much damage, just a bit of flooding. There's the expensive DD, actually the most expensive ship in the enemy task force, so it is worth taking down. And you can see already my battleships have decided that no, that's what we're going to use our main guns for. Now the heavy cruisers are opening up on the DD, and I would like to see it go away. Not least of which because it's very, very valuable in terms of victory points. How much was the Danzig? Was it 2.9? So cheaper than the DD. which we're having trouble hitting. But we just need a couple of hits to slow it down, and then things should work out. There we go. A bit of flooding. Cruisers are really struggling with hitting it. But there we go. Some 9-inch hits actually found their mark. That's a lot of incoming. And it's about to sink. Nice. We're gonna turn our secondary attention to these light cruisers that are coming in, or possibly, yeah, the heavy cruisers first. DD is down. Can we get some good main gun hits on Danzig already? There we go. Some flooding on Danzig. These... have I seen these before? I thought I had, but... maybe not? It's very, very French. Yeah, one thing I'd do different is just not have this Y turret on a barbette. Alright. Actually, I forgot to take the screenshot. There we go. Not sure if I'm gonna use it. Armor wise, you do have some armor. You got 8.1-inch guns. Very short range. You're not really dangerous. The light cruisers, which have launched torpedoes, even if it's just one torpedo each, well, just from having torpedoes and longer main gun range, are actually a bit more dangerous than the heavy cruisers. So we're going to turn our secondary attention to them. Let the heavy cruisers deal with the enemy heavy cruisers. And I think we're just going to have to... okay, yeah. What we will have to do is just... ignore the enemy battlecruiser for now. Focus on the escorting ships. Includes using my battleship main guns. There we go. AP shells going straight through the light cruiser from stem to stern. I think Hua Long is going to take a torpedo. She did. It's not a big deal. A little bit of damage. She's gonna be fine. Okay, most of her bow is flooding, but she's gonna be fine. Oh, please split your fire just a little bit. Just a little bit for me. AP, please. Seven-inch guns are running out of HE. And there we go. They all switch targets. Like, can you not? And they did it again. That is super annoying whenever it happens, and it happens a lot. Okay, now I can kill the last heavy cruiser, and then turn your focus to the battle cruiser. The Quinette. Not gonna last much longer. Well, he's actually holding up impressively well. There we go. Oh, my DDs, which I had kept around, are suddenly finding themselves in just the right spot through pure luck. We are 22 kilometers away from Danzig. Which has run out of its HE ammo for the main guns. Launching torpedoes would be risky though, because it's just headed straight for my battleships, and that could lead to some unfortunate accidents. Poor Hualong took a lot more flooding than I thought she would from that single torpedo hit. There you go, please straighten out. Now. Yeah, she sank. Torpedoes would probably be fine, except the ones changing course. But there we go. Decent score of victory points once again. Very little damage taken. Yes, Hualong took a torpedo. That was mostly flooding damage, so that's not persistent damage. And we got Paul Jones and Sturtevant. 2 Bernadou class DDs. I think this should not be too much of a problem. And instead of trying to organize the 2 different cruiser classes in this task force, I'm just going to send all of them home and mainly use the battle cruisers, I think. Am I really gonna need the battleships? Probably not. But I'm gonna bring them along. Maybe I could have separated out the faster heavy cruisers. Those DDs are a long way away. I can see the radar ping far off in the distance. We are firing now. We're that far away. About 30 kilometers. It looked much further. So I was just about to pause the recording and bring you back. But it seems the shooting did start. And Paul Jones has begun to fight. Not very effectively though. Although I am within torpedo range, so that's something to look out for. Also, it would be nice if you guys could just stick with the targets I assign you. Because then you would have been hitting the other DD while it was slowed down by the Paul Jones. But it's getting hit now anyway, so it's not a big deal. 4 of its torpedoes have gotten destroyed, and the rest of the ship got destroyed. Nice. Now let's see if we got any real enemy task forces heading for us. Okay. Oh, Soviet Union is trying to attack South Vietnam. There's a lot of stuff happening. Oh. Oh yeah, because that's no longer French, apparently. Because France failed its, like, the anti-rebellion mission. The military conflict, as it's called. And I'm still being assigned as the defender here. And here. Which is a bit weird. Anywhere else? No. Okay, but there are ships hanging around here. Singapore is now mine. There you go, 3 DDs, 1 heavy cruiser, light battleship. Sheen still has 1 month left to be repaired. What do we have here? Some light cruisers, DDs, fine. You want to fight? Let's fight. These guys can just sit in both the invasion zones at once. That's no problem. Yeah, you're not going to take this from me, United States. Which are these? Sheen 2. You're actually going to go here and deal with that stuff. The US has a lot of single ships just moving around, so we're just gonna have to see what the game decides to do with them. We do have some kind of proper task forces heading over to, but it's mostly like 1 or 2 ships instead of bunching together something that might actually accomplish something. Something like, for example, this task force here. That could actually do stuff, depending on what it runs into. This one too. Okay. Let's go. United States Revolution. Unrest became uncontrollably high in the United States, and the government has been overthrown. The people do not trust Jihu King due to his low naval prestige. He is relieved from duty and expelled from the country. War continues with France. Britain wants 51 billion to be my ally. Yeah, no, I don't think so. $13 billion. Three unrest, not that much. Sank a French submarine. Sank a Spanish submarine. These 3 DDs still causing trouble. Massachusetts class battleship. 15.7-inch guns. And a Legend class battlecruiser. Let's see what kind of legend this is. If it's gonna be legendary. It would be nice if the US would actually build some proper battleships, not just like modernized dreadnoughts, because they do have the biggest economy in the world in this campaign, so they could easily afford to mass produce huge super battleships. Do I need these Spanish galleons? No, I really don't. Just gonna send them home so they don't take a lot of damage they otherwise wouldn't have. Might keep the DDs around though, because that American battleship is so incredibly slow. Even if it's a single ship, well, it's 2 ships, but just the battleship, it should be possible to hit it with torpedoes. It's probably very maneuverable though, but in terms of turning circle. It's slow enough that the torpedoes won't need that much lead. Because it was like 18.7 knots, which would be slow even for a dreadnought. Oh my gosh, it's so far away. Yeah, let's go to times 30. It's like way off here in the distance. 60 kilometers. Good thing my ships aren't super slow. This would take forever. What are we doing now? No, no, no. They're not following anyone. Let's have the DDs not block line of sight for my battleships. There we go. We're opening fire. Are we in torpedo range? We are. Everything on the battleship. And I'm just gonna hope I can accidentally hit the battlecruiser too. Let's take a look at these. See what they're all about. I think I've seen the battleship before. Yeah, I think I have. It's got a lot less armor than the other almost New York class battleship they had. With the 13.5s. It's got way worse armor than that because it had 12 inches all over. But it's got bigger and better guns. That's for sure. Reduced ammo. Don't think it's gonna last long enough for it to run out of ammo. And this is their battle cruiser. They were almost cooking something here, but they had to give it a Q turret instead of doing a normal ABXY layout. So that's something. It's got some armor. Okay, we're just gonna see how things go. Are we launching yet? If some of you have torpedoes left, just aim it at the battlecruiser. Spread out our chances a little bit. And the torps are running fine. You might get something out of this. Was it necessary though? Because I am risking my DDs doing this. Torpedo some ships that will probably not survive my battleship guns. Anyway. These were probably gonna hit. Torpedo salvos did not go wide. One torpedo hit on Legend. One on Kearsarge. I'm gonna get any more. This might hit Legend. No. 2 torpedo hits. It was 1 on each though. Not too bad. Things considered. And my DDs got away without a scratch taken, so it's all good. Sheen 2, I want you targeting the battleship. Although you're probably just gonna switch back anyway, so maybe I just should have left you to your own devices. So far the torps have done the most. Legend has engine damage. See, now it's switching back to the battleship. All on its own. I did not ask you to do that. Although maybe just killing off the battleship first might not be a bad idea. Just for the reason that it's got the biggest guns. Well, they're soon gonna be sunk anyway, so no big deal. Yep, battleship down. Battlecruiser next. It's already hurting. There we go. We'll flash fire to finish it off. Nice. And here we go. 3 are the old Tacoma class. Yeah, they are. 3 Tacomas, 2 Bernadou, plus DDs. It should be doable. And it's a night fight. Am I just gonna use my battlecruisers again? I think I will. Everything else, just go home. Turn those off, just in case. Because accidents can happen. It's a night, but the weather is fine. And the sea is smooth. And I think it is getting darker. Yeah, it is. So how close will I get before... Very close, apparently. Before spotting them. 16 kilometers. Before they showed up. We're gonna target 1 on each. Or at least try until the ships decide that no, they're gonna do something else. Did you have scary torpedoes? Kind of, but not that scary. Not the scariest of torpedoes. Just gonna have to not get too close. Here come my battleships too. Yeah, you can hide in smoke, but that shell was gonna find you. And their DDs are around here somewhere. There were 2 of them, right? They could potentially get very close. Yeah, there they are. Now you're all switching targets again. Just because that's what you like to do. You're gonna target Wilmington. You're gonna target Little Rock. And you're probably target the one that's gonna become visible soon, but whatever. Well, the battleships are closing in on those light cruisers. So maybe the battle cruisers will not have to take care of business when it comes to those. I think the battleships got that covered. And Little Rock goes down. The DD goes down. Did they launch torpedoes, or did the torpedoes explode? That's kind of important. I cannot tell. There's been just too much stuff going on. Run out of ammo. Yeah, you did launch. Okay. Okay. So there are some very stealthy torpedoes somewhere in the water. There's one. Was it just one? Okay. Fine. Seattle class. A single one. Okay. I want to actually use the Victoria for this. For no specific reason, really. Other than I think it would be more fun than just gunning it down with everything I have. Just gonna keep these Timus kind of around. You can cease fire. Let the Victoria do the job. Is now fully stocked up on ammunition, I think. I think that's her full ammunition supply. Cruising speed, which is 20.2. Turn a little bit more broadside. There we go. Go even more broadside to bring the XY turrets into action. Yes, I do. "17 kilometers. Victoria, you may now fire HE if you will." See there. That's effective. So full on HE pens. Now we're overpenning. Is that the end of her? Toledo. That's it. Very nice. Again, not exactly an unexpected result, but that's still pretty nice. And the last meeting is a cruiser-on-cruiser fight. Pandur of the Ansfelden class versus Yang Zhang. Let's go. I think we've had this matchup before, and Dan Yang, is it? Not Yang Zhang. Dan Yang has taken some prior damage. But I believe we had a decent range advantage. Yes, yes. 12.5 AP range on the main guns. Yeah, I got pretty much twice the range. And you had 1.2 armor. Well, let's go with the AP first. Let's not stray into their main gun range, because there's just no reason to. I'm faster, I've got more range. I get to decide how this plays out. There we go. Flooding, finally. That's what I was after. And we're just gonna keep pummeling it like this for a little bit. And then close in. Just go bow in using the super duper firing ABC turrets. Alright. Main tower damaged. Bridge is knocked out. I'm gonna slow down a little bit and maybe adjust course slightly. So we're kind of getting a little bit away from them now. So they've taken quite a bit of flooding and has slowed down to 25.2 knots. Yeah, we're safely out of their range. Can even get a little bit closer. No reason to be this timid. I'm just very aware of how fragile these Yang Zhang cruisers are. Once they start taking hits. Their main tower is now knocked out. No more fire control for them. Oh, they still got the secondary tower. There we go. Now it's time to go bow in. Okay, it's over. So, yeah, that was very much as planned. Dan Yang, definitely one of the luckier Yang Zhang class light cruisers. as evidenced by her still being afloat. Mexico wants to buy one Mudang class battleship. 64% profit? No, not gonna happen. Mexico has taken Guatemala from the United States. And they're about to take Honduras too. I've taken North Borneo. No, Mexico will not take Honduras because they just went independent. Taken East Philippines from the US. And that was, I think, all the invasions I was doing here. No, they got Guam still, which I want to be mine. Should I also take Eastern India and Western India? I mean, I probably should, shouldn't I? Let's see, are all of you good to go? I think you are, except for one. Yes, nice. Let's first off start the invasion of Guam. It should be the only one I can... No, I can actually start the invasion of Eastern India right now. I didn't think I had the tonnage in the Bay of Bengal, but apparently I do. Oh yeah, because it's gotten reduced. It's no longer 100,000 tons. It's... you just need 25,000 tons. Alright. So let's do that one first before Bangladesh takes it. That's the that's the race against time this time. Okay, Spain, you're not taking Sweden. Austria, you're probably not taking the Bosporus. I can resume repair on Beijing and Yangzhou. Anything else I've suspended? No? No? Everything is fine. One Shima class battleship will be delivered to Sweden in 3 months. That will free up some more capacity. And then I can start selling some more ships. Anyway, that's it for this episode. We're gonna keep going next time. The US is sending some ships, as is Spain and other nations. So the fight isn't over yet. There we go. 2 battleships. And they got a third one here. Are they trying to... oh, and one here too. Are they trying to pick on my ally? You know, I think they are. Hife, Mudeng. Got a job for you. No one picks on my ally. Did you also have, where's the Notting and Wuxi gone to? They are somewhere here. Here they are. you guys can join in too. There we go. A couple of added 16-inch guns. Doesn't hurt. But that's it. Goodbye, and take care.